How does a 14-year-old boy that it seems had dreams of being a rapper get convicted of a murder?
Listen, man, you know that's DTB, cause all these bitches, man, they lie. I'm a well-known photo member, man, I don't even go drop gas. Man, your man, them all chat gas, cause I'm in MCA right now, I'm sitting in a block car park.
A freestyle was posted on TikTok after his case had come out where people had shocked. Someone had said, little bro was 4 when COVID started. He'll be 22 years old when he gets out. He was doing a stretch before his balls had even dropped. But there's lots of twists and turns in this story that get quite dark. We're going to get into it from the beginning, as his childhood was actually documented. His early life in 2010 onwards, he experienced a traumatic upbringing marked by exposure to domestic violence, homelessness, and police raids and neglect. He was subject to 5 referrals to child services. By age 10, there was reports indicating he was carrying knives and being exploited as a drug carrier, with disclosures of sexual exploitation. At the age of 12, he went missing for 4 days, likely due to criminal exploitation. He began smoking cannabis from young age, which contributed to his involvement in street activity. Everything went wrong September 15, 2023. At the age of 13, this young boy Trey stole cannabis from a friend Nathaniel, a 14-year-old. This led to them getting into an argument and organising a situation where they could settle it. It says that Trey, armed with a screwdriver, met Nathaniel and Kyle in an alleyway for a planned 1-on-1 fight to settle the dispute. During the confrontation, he encouraged his friend that was also there to stab Nathaniel in his neck with the knife, leading to Nathaniel's death. Gail reportedly urged his friend to do it before the fatal stab. The victim in this case, Nathaniel, was only 14 when his life was taken. Defense Nathaniel had been ironing his Air Cadet's uniform and polishing his boots before he went out and was fatally wounded. His father, Frank 50, said no matter what the situation, children needed to know carrying a knife was wrong. The confrontation was captured on CCTV last seconds as the young boy Trey, armed with a screwdriver, urged his friend to act, reportedly saying do it. After he produced a knife, Nathaniel punched the boy, who then stabbed Nathaniel in the neck, leaving a gaping wound. Nathan collapsed, clutching his neck, and was pronounced dead at 7:08 p.m. Despite efforts by community nurses and police paramedics, he was unable to survive. It is said that both of them had fled the scene, and Nathaniel's friends initially misled the police, claiming the argument was about money, but Snapchat messages uncovered the drug-related motive. So Trey handed himself into the police and made a prepared statement. He admitted to taking cannabis and possessing a screwdriver, but denied attending to use it, claiming Nathaniel disarmed him and threw it at the other guy he was with. At Manchester Crown Court, he was then 14 and convicted of the murder alongside that other boy Kyle that had struck the fatal blow. He was detained at His Majesty's pleasure, the youth equivalent of a life sentence, with a minimum term of 10 years before being eligible for parole.
If you are with your friend and he gets arrested for a criminal offence, are you an accomplice? You can easily be charged with an offence if you have assisted or encouraged your friend to commit that offence. For example, if your friend commits a murder and you have assisted and encouraged that murder, then you can be charged with murder although you haven't inflicted the fatal blow.
He's so young, so why was this covered? Well, reporting restrictions prohibiting identification of him were lifted following a successful legal challenge by Manchester Evening News. His minimum term of 10 years means he will be at least 24 before parole is considered. Though release is not guaranteed, it depends on his behaviour. He'll get a second chance at life and do what he wants to do from that age, but the victim in this case won't. We see again when youngsters are carrying knives. And also the ramifications of not having a good support system around you for kids can lead them down the wrong path. Look at this kid Trey. It said born around 2009-2010, faced significant challenges from a young age. Court records revealed he was exposed to domestic violence, homelessness. This is a kid we are talking about. He went missing for 4 days as well, like we had covered, but also his mother received support for mental health issues, and there were concerns about neglect, leading to 5 referrals to child services. And the same with the other boy in the case, born around 2008-2009, was a former friend of the classmate that he ended up killing, and he struggled academically and displayed concerning behaviour from year 7, referrals to child social care in 2017 after his parents had drug-related arrests, and February 2023 due to associations with knife-carrying peers. He also smoked cannabis from a young age. Some of the stuff he was rapping about in that early freestyle where he had that different hairstyle is crazy for a youngster as well, but obviously it was the life he was living and around from a neglected childhood.
Listen, man, you know that's DTB, cause all these bitches, man, they lie. I'm a well-known 4-0 member, man, I don't even go drop gas. Man, your man, them all chat gas, cause I'm in MCA right now, I'm sitting in a block car park. Man, me know that the thing is frisky, when you, and it's mixed lock. Man, that girl, she's frisky. Man, me know that the thing is mad. 3 of my guys, man, are sitting in the slum. Man, a man that she said that she love me. Man, I knew that she was chatting shit. Man, she said that she fucking love me. 2 weeks later, man, she's dead. Man, I bet to my dear, man, me know that I ain't even gun chat gas. I'm a well-known member, won't chat gas. I'm a well-known, when I fucking chango, man. Talk. Man, I don't condone no violence. I'm a well-known rapper sitting in a Queen's Park, man, that a fucking child. Aye. Man, a girl, man, I tell man she come from China. Man, she come from block at China. She a pretty thing, man, she lot from Paris. Man, I tell you she fresh, she a bad thing. Man, they know that the thing is mad. I'm a well-known member, don't chat guys. 3 of my guys, man, are sitting in the slum.
Kyle, who struck that fatal blow, actually claimed that he believed Nathaniel had a knife and he was acting in self-defense, but they didn't buy it. Despite him being involved in army cadets, it came out Nathaniel had become involved in street-level drug dealing through older people around him. Detectives told Manchester Evening News that he'd been exploited by a dealer and had only been involved in this for about 2 weeks before his murder. Police said Nathaniel's family had no idea to his association with drugs. The sentencing judge had said, whatever his flaws, Nathaniel did not deserve to die in such a violent way. He deserves the opportunity to better himself and make a positive contribution to society, unlike you, and by reason of your senseless behaviour, he'll never be able to do so. Rest in peace to the young victim in this case, a very sad story, but even judges now are putting out full TikTok videos warning people, saying the joint enterprise also takes lives. Be careful who you're around, because even if you don't strike that fatal blow, if you're involved or encourage it, you can go jail for a long time.
This is my second video to the young people for this summer. Joint enterprise could just get you life, even when you're not the person carrying a knife. If you actively assist, encourage, or even participate in an act of violence where someone loses their life, and you are not even the principal carrying a weapon, you could be convicted of murder on a joint enterprise basis. So be careful what you post on social media. Be careful what you say in messages to your friends where you know a fight is about to take place, because those messages could just land you in the dock alongside the person who's responsible for killing another human being. Joint enterprise takes lives also. Could be your life, so think carefully about your associations. As an 18-year-old, you can get 25 years or more, and even if you're under 18, how do you fancy spending the next 17 or even 15 summers behind bars, even when you weren't the person carrying the knife? Think carefully, think very carefully. Don't let this be a summer which ends in tragedy, not just for the deceased, but for your own family.
Another story I covered recently with someone with a very troubled childhood was the Southport killer, but his was a more bizarre situation. I'll leave a link to that video at the end of it.